And welcome back to Kirby's Adventure with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy, and apparently the last level in Rainbow Resort, and in the last playable level in the game, is based off of Kirby's Dreamland. Yep, we are getting a full, pretty much remake on the SNES of Kirby's Dreamland, right down to the Green Greens music. The difference is it plays throughout the stage, it doesn't change, because that's the thing. The whole area is based off of, firstly Green Greens, but nearly all of the levels in Kirby's Dreamland on the Game Boy even has the whole aesthetic of being in, like, I don't know if I can call it black and white because it was dot matrix on the Game Boy, but yeah. And now we go straight to Castle Lololo, it seems, even though the aesthetic is from the castle levels earlier in the game. It supposedly Castle Lololo, but yeah. And I do actually like this level, seriously. For a final level, it is not what you expect in a video game to be a tribute to, well, a game that was released on a handheld device, but still one of my favourite games on the Game Boy. Seriously, along with, dare I say, in terms of platformers, Super Mario Land, but well, actually 1 and 2 as well, but yeah. And now we go straight to Float Islands. I guess they couldn't do much with Castle Lololo. Yeah, there are no bosses in these stages, seriously. We don't face Lololo and La 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 in Castle Lololo. We don't face Wispy Woods. Well, we've already faced Wispy Woods, so yeah, that makes sense. And we don't also face Kabula in, dare I say, in this Dreamland 1 tribute level. Seriously. But yeah, nearly everything else seems to be here, seriously. Although I'm not sure if we had those things. We certainly didn't have copy abilities in thing. Although having said that, there is one ability that I did like in the original Kirby's Dreamland, but we'll get to that. And now, apparently we're in Bubbly Clouds, along with some Scarfies. And you know how annoying it was in, well, Superstar with that, because we of course had various enemies coming for our asses, and this is definitely the case here. So yeah, and yeah, this is actually the last level. You would not think a tribute to Dreamland would be, but there you go. Yeah, seriously, I don't know what the idea was, but I do like it. I do like it, actually. We do also face Krakow, yada yada yada. We are going to face King Dedede though, just not in this stage, seriously. And I did mention in my in fact, we don't even go to Mount Dedede. That's the end of the level. Seriously, we don't go to Mount Dedede. In Kirby's Dreamland on the Game Boy, Mount Dedede was just a boss rush, seriously. It didn't take you to the thing, so you had to face each boss. I suppose that was the case, although you faced King Dedede in that one. Anyway, with that done, there's only one thing left to do, and to face King Dedede himself at the Fountain of Dreams. Yeah, we are going there. We are most definitely going there. And indeed, unfortunately, this does not play the Fountain of Dreams music, unlike in Nightmare in Dreamland. Nor does it play King Dedede's theme, seriously. It just plays the regular boss theme, which is a damn shame. I wish they did play either of those tracks, but never mind. What King Dedede will do, he'll try and inhale and hit you with his mallet and jump on you just like he did in Kirby Superstar. Don't get too close to his inhalation. He also puffs himself up to try and bounce around the stage, seriously. That's a move we did not see, I think, in Superstar. Although I think maybe the Max Dedede in Superstar Ultra does have that, but I don't know. And I'm losing health here. Don't get me started on the final boss, seriously. If you don't like time boss battles, then you will not like this one. But King Dedede It's actually quite tough. Even thumps the stage. He doesn't do the same thing that the Koopalings did. Oh no, that wasn't the Koopalings. Sorry, the Boom Booms did in Super Mario Bros. 3, where they would pound the ground. It would actually shake Mario. No, Dedede does not have apparently that power. That would actually be interesting if it did shake Kirby and stun him for a short period, but no, it does not happen in this game, I'm afraid. And yeah. That's basically it, I guess. As I say, if you want to know, yes, the Fountain of Dreams music did play in fact, I did a Let's Play of, originally at least, of Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy. So yeah. Okay, is he gonna jump in the air? Yes, he is. And it's very hard to avoid it. Just how Kirby runs, I've already said that. Kirby's run is a bit slower in Kirby's Adventure than it is in Superstar, so the control isn't as great. Probably due to it being an 8-bit system compared to the 16 bits of the SNES. So, you have to work with what you're given, I guess. And apparently, Dedede's penguin is cooked. Yep. And with that, we can now return to the Fountain of Dreams. Apparently, this is considered its own level, but King Dedede is trying to stop us. I wonder why? Why is Dedede trying to stop us going to the Fountain of Dreams? Won't restoring the Star Rod help? Well, let's see. Because Kirby is going to place it there, and it looks pretty nice until, oh dear, some dark power is coming. Yep, this is the true final boss. Meet the Nightmare. Seriously. And now Dedede will launch us into space. And now we will have to face Nightmare in a very timed boss battle. Seriously. Because you can see we are high in the sky. And we are plummeting down to Earth. We have to defeat Nightmare in this ball form before we reach the ground. If we reach the ground and he's not beaten, then we're pretty much screwed. Kirby will die and we'll have to start again. Seriously. I don't know if we'll face the King Dedede boss again, but I certainly don't want to think about it. But yeah, this for me is the hardest boss in the game. Not the next boss, this one, because firing the Star Rod requires you to button mash, fine, but it only takes off like a small chunk of HP, so you have to make sure most of your hits do connect with Nightmare, seriously, and he will fire a bunch of projectiles, mostly stars at you, so yeah, and in some cases they are very hard to avoid, seriously, and the music is very much threatening. Seriously, it feels like you're on a timed mission for dear life, so you have to defeat this boss before, well, you die. Seriously. So yes, he will also charge at you towards the end of the battle, but you can see there I'm going too close to the ground. Yeah, that's what happens when he gets too close, does Nightmare. Also, he was also known as Enemy, apparently, in the dub for the Kirby anime. But we'll call him Nightmare because that sounds a lot better than Enemy. Seriously, that sounds incredibly childish, but what do you expect from a 4-kids dub? Okay, then, we're back, and this is my best run. Or at least it felt like it. So yeah, I have him down to like a small sliver, and I want to kill him as quickly as possible. It's kind of like a one-hit thing. With the Nightmare here. Keep in mind that I just hit him as he was about to fly off. And then we can take the warp star and follow him into the sky once again. And apparently, we are heading for the moon. Seriously. Now, if you remember back in Kirby's, Kirby Superstar again, you remember that we fought Mark, the boss of I can't even think now, Milky Way Wishes, in a certain way. And indeed, this is what this boss fight against, this part here, by the way, before I go on, is kind of automated, it's scripted, you don't do a thing here. But yes, the fight against Nightmare is fairly similar. You can fire projectiles, however, with the thing. The problem is it does not damage Nightmare that much, seriously, and sometimes you have to do it in the air, and that, for me, is no good, seriously. Thankfully, if you do continue from here, you can actually continue from this phase. You don't have to do the whole crashing down to earth fight once again. This fight is a little easier, but not by much. Kirby also has a spinning move when you press the jump button, so that's a bit easier, and indeed that's the strategy I go with. Nightmare can easily fend off the projectile stars from the star rod, so you probably don't want to, like I am here, try to get him and just fight him willy-nilly. He fires a bunch of projectiles at you, like stars, like before. He uses instant transmission, and he charges at you. Again, you can duck under that. I think Kirby has that ability. So yeah, look for every opportunity you can to damage Nightmare, because you'll need to. Seriously, why am I not using the jump move? I don't know. I'm not doing any damage to Nightmare just by flinging stars at him. Seriously, that jumping move is a godsend here. Just be wary of where he is, seriously. But yeah, it is fought in a similar manner. The only difference is I don't think he has the black holes that Marks did. But yeah, fairly good final boss. Seriously. And yeah, why am I not doing the jump move? Keep in mind, there is the ability to do so. I'm guessing I'm still trying to use Kirby's thing, which is rather stupid of me to do so. Seriously. Kirby's jump move is a lot better than the projectile stars. I just can't jump that high with Kirby. Seriously. Well, them's the breaks. And yeah, this is a tough boss. In the end, I think I just decided to go with the jump move because, yeah, that seems to be the better one, to be honest. I'm not doing much damage otherwise to Nightmare, and I can easily get under that move that he's using with those projectiles there, those stars. Yeah, and apparently he uses, well, I can't say spirit gun, so yeah. But, that's the boss, I guess. Well, almost. He is still rather tough, so yeah, that charging move, definitely Marks did that. He did, although Nightmare doesn't do that, although firing stars at you, yeah, that will be a pain in the ass. Why am I not jumping upwards instead of, I didn't want to do that. I think to do the jumping move, you have to actually press the A button while not moving the directional pad, so yeah, that is a thing here. The more damage you do to Nightmare, the better. As I say, it's not timed. You can duck under his lunging move there. And I think, yeah, he is. You have like a brief moment of opportunity to hit him before he launches his stars there. But, yeah, he will always try and keep his cape up. Seriously. But, yes, and here's a new move. He will try coming down for you. If you're in the air, then you're probably screwed, because that underside, although it's being his weak point, is also where he will definitely, I won't say try and get you, but certainly try and psych you out. Seriously, I've lost quite a bit of health for that. I think you can lose up to 2 units of health, which is very rare in this game for an enemy to do that. Normally you only lose like 1 to something like this, but no. Being a final boss does have that advantage for Nightmare, it seems. Seriously. And, yeah. But in, going back to, again, the Kirby anime, he is, the boss of Nightmare Enterprises in that game, the very thing that King Dedede is ordering his various monsters from. So yeah, although he's not seen, he's kind of seen in the darkness, most of the thing, except towards the last lot of episodes in Kirby Right Back at you. Seriously, so yeah. Kind of, hidden in the darkness, kind of akin to Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, if you want to ask. Although it doesn't have the cat. Then again, never mind that. So he's going over to the right, and yeah, let's jump up at him. Yeah, that spinning move is a godsend here in this fight. The projectiles were good in the last segment, with the fact it was kind of a shooter segment. So yeah, okay, I'm not gonna try and get him there, especially since he's flapping his cape like a madman. Yeah, if you touch the cape there, you're also screwed. Seriously. Okay. I think you can also use it, the jump maneuver, as kind of a defensive mover against Nightmare, so yeah. And, what's he doing now? There come the, thing there, and, then get him. Yeah, you have to be in the right position to get him with that move, because any wrong positioning, and, yeah, you might well miss there. Same with that move where he's just hanging about in the air before he launches his, like his, I can't even refer to it as anything really. Okay, and duck. And, yeah, I don't have anything. Seriously, get him there. Yeah, he does take quite a bit of beating, does Nightmare. Seriously. And he goes to the right, and there we go. Yeah, what happened with my jump there? Seriously. And finally, Nightmare is done. He lets out a cute thing, he glows very brightly, and just fades into darkness. So yeah, we have defeated Nightmare, and it seems the Planet Popstar is saved, although apparently we created a huge chunk out of the moon there, seriously. So the moon will forever be a crescent. Now Sonic has it worse, seriously. King Dedede didn't mean any harm. So he'd been controlled again. We see that a bit later in one of the other Kirby games as well. But, that being said, given that Dedede as a character is kind of less of a, more like a, less of an, well, I guess he is evil, but not too, like, totally evil, as we'll see, as we see in the Kirby anime, so that makes sense. So, yeah, the day is saved, I guess. So, yeah, that is Kirby's Adventure on the NES. And I do like this game, seriously. Even with the problems it does have compared to Superstar, I do like this game, seriously. It shows that it was one of the last games on the NES, and it does show, seriously, it's pushing the thing to its very much power there, seriously, as it was released in 1993. Anyway, the graphics are good, the gameplay is good, Kirby's run is a little slower, but that may well be down to the abilities of the thing. So yeah, so what I will do next is, I'm actually going to take a break from Kirby, seriously, because of the aforementioned Joy-Con problem, seriously. So I did start recording Kirby's Dream Land 3, but I think I want to either have a look at, I know Kirby 64 is now available on the Switch Online, but even with that, I might well want to take a break anyway, because I started doing Dreamland 3. I might well record, if I can get my, since I do have a Game Boy player on my GameCube, I might well do the first two Dreamland games if I still have them. I don't know if I do, because it was a while since I looked, but there you go. Or if Nintendo decide to put Game Boy games on their Switch Online service, then I will definitely want to do them then. Anyway, I will see you when I decide to upload another Kirby game. So I will see you then. Goodbye!